Hi, hope you're having a good day where you are. Thanks for spending a little time with me. This is number 28 in the Preparatory Melodies book, Allegretto. 4 lines of music, and it's got some interesting challenges in it. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a shot here. Okay, that one in my book has a star by it. And that means, for those of you who don't know, that I intend, that's indicating that that's one I could spend some time practicing and I'd benefit from it. So I hope that you will do likewise. Now, obviously, different ones are going to present challenges to different people, depending on your skills, on your level of skill, and so forth. But what you want to work on is see if you can figure out what is causing you to feel awkward or causing the difficulty when you're playing, and more importantly, what helps you to get free when you're playing, which is really the whole goal. When you're a soloist, you are the leader, and you have to be free. Otherwise, you lead everybody else into bondage. And you may have been to performances where you heard somebody playing a solo that was cringeworthy, and so not only are they suffering, but everybody in the room is suffering as well. So we want this to be a joyful experience if possible, and that's worth working for sure. Okay, so what do you need to pay attention to in this? Well, there's one issue that's going to be present difficulties for some players, quite a few players, and maybe most players, and that is the rapid range changes with slurs. Now, if you have an exercise, one of my favorite exercises, I think it's number 38 in the Schlossberg, goes something like this. So it's an expanding interval scale. Dr. Reinhardt used to call it spiders, where the notes are getting farther and farther apart, and they're kind of, all the legs are coming out here. And I like those exercises. Why? Because it makes it easier when you're doing something like this. But in addition to that, what I just played, that's the same kind of technique here, but here he's also adding big dynamic changes to it. And that raises the level a little bit. And so again, going back to our standard practice techniques, simplify, make it easier, slow it down, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to play the spot that would give most people problems right at the end. And isn't it interesting? In most of these etudes, well, these are solo pieces, but in most etudes, you'll see that you're going along and you're feeling pretty good about yourself, and then you're surviving, you're doing pretty well, you're getting through it, doesn't sound too bad. And then there's 1 or 2 or 3 lines at the end where all of a sudden he throws more stuff at you all at once. And it's designed to be an obstacle course. And the better you figure out how to deal with the obstacle course, that is every piece and every exercise you play, the more fun you're going to have playing. So that's the real reason for doing work on these things. So that spot. Boy, you want to get, it's kind of like surfing, you want to get comfortable with just riding on the wave. The problem is We are surfing on the wave, and the wave is the air. But the problem is that not only are we the surfer, we're the wave. We are creating the wave. So we're in control of our reaction to the wave and the wave itself. And that can get a little confusing at times. Our brain has an incredible capacity for processing, but sometimes that can get like, and that's when we start to feel awkward and when we need to make it simpler. So the best solution is keep that wave nice and smooth and steady. Keep the power steady all the way through as much as possible when you're changing dynamics and when you're changing range. Make it more balanced so that you're not moving as much. You're not pushing and pulling. You're not, squeezing and then, collapsing. You're staying steadier. And that feeling, from any of you who have been involved with sports, there are certain feelings that you get. I grew up on skis, so that's one that's a good access for me. When you're flowing along on skis, there's a wonderful feeling of flying that goes along with it. Now, if you're not in control, then it's a terrifying feeling because it feels dangerous, because it is. You can fall down and break your leg, or, go off the side of the mountain and hit a tree or whatever. And I'm not making light of this. It is dangerous. You're moving at high speed with no protection. You don't have a safety belt. There's nothing, there's not a shell of a car protecting you. And that's sometimes the way it feels when we're playing these things. So the real job is make it safer. Make it simpler, easier, safer. And when it feels safe, then you're going to be able to venture forth, into those levels of difficulty systematically, gradually, and not kind of overload your system's ability to take it. We'll talk about this in more detail later. This is really the mental side of practice. So I hope you found that one useful, and that you come back and join me again on the site. And I'll see you later on. Have a good day. Bye-bye.